sort of lost track of where I'm up to with episodes and everything. But in a previous episode I put, I don't know if that's will be a pain, but anyway, in a previous episode I put pinion seals in. Worked really well for the first trip in and out of town, and then after that started pissing oil everywhere. So I took it and had new flanges put on. I would have done it, but I was just been flat out lately. This is the first chance I've really gotten to get down deep into it. When they were doing that, they dropped the diff oil out of it and told me that the diff's shagged. So lots of metal and whatnot coming out of it. So yeah, hence this. So pulling axles out, so I'll pull the centre out so I can have a look to see if crown and wheels buggered, what's buggered in there, so I know if I need to buy a whole new centre, crown wheel, just a rebuild kit, sort of thing. So yeah, but I'm also going to take this opportunity to upgrade rotors, calipers, pads, lines, the lot. So I'm all but done this side. I'm just going to go to the other side and take off the hub and whatnot. Now I should be ready to drop the centre out. We'll have a look at the centre. But yeah, lovely. So actually I'll come out here and show you first. Axles are out, both sides, don't mind the mess. Centre is out, you can see it there. Yep, centre's out. It's a bit worse than I was hoping. I was hoping just to be able to get a bearing kit, rebuild kit. Yeah, nah. Spin it here, find it, just see, look at that. Browkin. Oh, look, Browkin. So, I wish it was as simple as just buying a new centre, but they're aftermarket diff gears, they're 4.88 ratio, and the stock diffs in the cruisers, I think it's like something ridiculous, like from the 80s right through to the new 79s all run the same diff, front diff, which is a 4.1. So if I go back to a 4.1, I have to do the rear as well, which I don't want to do, because if you go down, I'll lose that responsiveness, I guess, off the pickup from a standstill. Whereas if I go back to 4.1, it'll be laggy, take a lot longer to build up to speed, sort of thing. The only bonus would be I'd drop my revs when I'm doing 100, but I don't know whether it'd be worth doing that because it'd be labour and harder with the bigger tyres on it, so I might be using more fuel anyway than with these gears. It's might rev a couple hundred RPM higher, but it's hard to explain. But yeah, it wouldn't be working as hard, labouring as hard. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but if you understand what I mean, you understand. If not, I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah, I'm actually going to do some research. Hopefully I can just buy a 4.88 pinion and not have to buy a crown, because there's nothing wrong with the crown. I'll go over it again, but it seems alright. But yeah, fun times. How good are cars? Right, let me grab this a bit better. Just spent the last hour and a half, 2 hours Google searching bits to rebuild this diff and a few other bits and pieces. So I've found a complete diff overhaul kit, bearing, seals and whatnot for $300 from Online Auto Parts. That's to suit that model car, that diff with the locker. I've found some 4.88 nitro diff gears. I called Nitro Australia themselves. They don't have any in stock, so I've been ringing around everywhere. I think I found some, just waiting for a reply back with confirmation, but they were $730. That's with shipping to here. And then I've just bought some Superior radius arms, because I can't remember if I filmed it yet, but I'll show you what's wrong with the arms on the car. The bushes had it. And then a part-time kit, so to convert it from full-time four-wheel drive back to manual hubs, so it'd be two-wheel drive and then lock the hubs in, four-wheel drive. That's $680. So yeah, very expensive little day that I've had here, but hopefully it makes the car drive a lot better and feel a lot better and whatnot. So yeah, as soon as that all gets here, going in the car, hopefully it'll be going again. I've got a few little things I can tinker about within the car, in the engine bay, so got enough to keep me busy for the moment. But yeah, expensive. Righto, so I've just roughly thrown everything back together, just so one, I actually remember how it goes back together, and two, so it's all sort of protected out of the weather. I'll throw a towel or something over it later on. But these radius arms, you can actually move it like we've moved before, like grab it with your hand and move it like that. It means the bushes are shagged. So I've got the new Superior engineering ones on the way. Everything is ordered to rebuild the front diff, bar the 4.88 gears. Apparently there's a bit of a shortage at the moment. There's none in Australia, so I'm waiting for the next shipment to come in. So as soon as they're here, they'll get sent to me. The supplier said maybe 3 to 4 weeks, so fingers crossed they come real quick. But for the time being, I'll just keep tinkering along with heaps of stuff. Today I've got the new panhards, adjustable panhards from Superior, that I'm going to throw in, and then I'll have to order another tie rod or arm or whatever you want to call it. I've got radius arms coming, so I can replace them, and I'm about to order new rotors. Don't know if I'll get new calipers or just rebuild them, but new pads and braided lines as well, to go with the braided lines I've already got. So yeah, let's get into taking these panhards out, and I'll show you roughly how to do it. You'll have to go and get a wheel alignment once they're in, just so it's schmicko. But yeah, I'll show you how to sort of get them in and sort of do it. So there you go. These bushes are all shagged in the stock panhard, and also old mate's cut it and welded it when he's put in the bigger lift. So that's the point of these extended ones or adjustable ones. Make them the size you want. But the best way to do it, sit them next to each other, on top of each other, and adjust that until it's the same as the one that was in there. So that way it's going to be round about pretty close to where you want it to be. And then when you go get a wheel alignment, they can make it like that little bit better, or whatever it may be. But yeah, so just make them same. I'll get a tape and go set in the center. Go away, dog. Go away. And yeah, make them the same, and then throw it back in. Just like that. Superior panhard is on. I've also got the Superior solid drag link because I made a banana of the stock one. So then you just do the lock up, or the locking nut up, so she doesn't move. Up to that, lock it in, and then yeah, do the same with the back. Pretty easy, and pretty simple. Pretty good, simple, easy mod too. So sweet. Got heaps of room under here, and everything is wet with diff oil from when the rear diff pinion seal was pissing out. I'll just put in the new panhard in the rear. It's bloody good. So that's all locked up. They're all tight. And then once I rebuild the front diff, I'll take and get a wheel alignment, and all should be good. So what have I got to do now? There's a light coming up for the fuel tank, so I've got to pull the sender out of the tank to see if the float's jammed on it. I've got to reset the fuel pump computer and see if that gets rid of it, because otherwise I don't know what the fuck's going on. Sorry, I don't know what the heck is going on. But yeah, heaps good. Righto, everything has shown up at once. I've got these new calipers that I've rocked up, and I'm adding a little bit of wank factor to them, painting them red with that, and then I've had me caster correction radius arms rocked up. Now a lot of people will ask, oh, why didn't you go Hyperflex or Superflex? These I've read, these are caster corrected for the 4-inch lift, Go away, dog. And I've read one, these will, stop it, go away. These control your diff a lot better and hold the diff a lot better. When you add your hyperflex arm, you lose the control of that diff. And I've read that you get all but just as much flex out of these as you do with the hyperflex arms. People will argue, obviously. It just all depends on all the other stuff you've got going on the front, shock length, coils, etc, etc. So I'm going to try these, and then if I don't like it, I want more flex, I'm going to X-link at the front. So that's why I've gone with these. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get them in, get those other calipers painted. What else showed up? Oh, a few little bits and pieces for the interior, a couple more handles because I misplaced a couple, another airbox because I butchered mine, and yeah, just a few little bits and pieces. Still waiting on a heat, but yeah, this will give me enough to tinker with, so very happy. Fell straight out. Go away, go away, go away. So yeah, that's why steering was all over the shop, because the front diff was just moving side to side. Nearly finished putting this first one in. I just got to jack the body up a bit to try and line that hole up. So yeah, try and use that little jack, otherwise I'll have to wait and pinch a couple of blocks of wood from work to be able to get the height. But yeah, they look way bloody stronger. That there looks like it's a little bit sort of, you look down, it's sort of doing these ones, so yeah, very glad I've done that. I've got the new rotors on the way too, because they're, well, they're not bugging, they just look like that because it's been sitting there in the weather. But yeah, I've got some Schmicko rotors coming. Oops. And then, what else I got? Oh, I had the new calipers, and I've got new braided lines to replace these. So, heaps good. The next step will be new coils, because I don't know how long they've been in there. So new coils, I'm going to go as heavy duty as I can in the back, just to account for the sagginess. And then if I need to, I'll get airbags. But yeah, let's keep going. Right, so this morning I got the other radius arm in. Very good, they look bloody awesome. Item that I probably didn't really need. Come this way and I'll show you. We don't know if this is 100% where it's going to go yet. Just sort of playing around with ideas. But there we got a brass monkey drawer fridge. Now, when I bought it, on the website it said 20 litres. But on the box it just came and it said 30 litres. So I don't know what it is. But build quality on it for one of the cheaper drawer fridges on the market is awesome. I can't see anything wrong with it. But yeah, so not sure if I'm going to build a false floor and have it sitting on there. And then that way we can have storage and everything underneath, bags, chairs, towels, whatnot. Or if I will end up, one, taking this drawer out and putting the fridge in here, or two, taking these drawers out completely, having this fridge on the floor, drawer fridge on the floor, and then building a frame for the kitchen to sit on. Just not too sure yet. The drawers are handy because there's lots of storage, but yeah, just not sure. But food for thought, a lot of things to play around with, and yeah, very, very happy. So, Kinos. Rightio. I've spent the morning playing around, fiddling around, coming up with ideas. I was toying with the idea of putting the big fridge there, but I've come to the conclusion I'm going to try and put the drawer fridge in there as if it was the drawer. So it's a fair bit of modification that's going to have to happen. So I'll try and cover as much of that in the video as I can, because I haven't been able to find anything about installing a drawer fridge into the Titan drawers. I even thought about getting rid of the drawers, building my own frame and whatnot, putting the kitchen on the floor, etc. But I need a drawer. I need at least one drawer to store stuff in. So this is the way I'm going. And then I've just had a delivery. I'll run inside and show you. If I get a chance, I'll start it. Don't think I will. But yeah, have a look at this. Dog. Enjoyed it.
Oh my god.
Part-time kit has arrived. Adrian hub. So I get to install that and go from there. Where I'm at, disassembling the Titan drawers. I was hoping that it'd fit nice and snug, but it's not gonna. So I'm thinking you can split these drawers in half. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take all this out, take all these bearing runners off, so I can split the drawer and get rid of this half of the drawer and just have the one Titan drawer, and then build a frame up and over this one, and then have the floor, so the fridge, that fridge can sit on top of that, because I think that'll work a lot better, be a lot nicer than having the drawer fridge over near the door, have it all in the back here, and then yeah, so we'll go from here. So yeah, it's all out, bit of a mess. I'll clean it up and sort of roughly sit stuff where I'm going to sit it, show you what I'm thinking, and we'll see how it turns out. Right, so I've just sort of laid it out very roughly how it's going to be. Give you a quick look. So change it up completely. Brass monkey fridge here, beers, food fridge, and then the kitchen. I've wanted to get the kitchen a bit lower just because it was too high to work off. So now that it's sort of there, that's a much better height. So that's better there. And then everyone was like, oh, there's no drawers, there's no storage. I'm thinking. Let me see if I can grab this. Hang on. Oh, it's still sweet. Thinking, build this fridge slide. So I'll just open it. Build that fridge slide sort of up to sort of there, so I can open it like so, and that'll be a drawer. Just let me close it. That'll be a drawer, and with the frame that I'm going to build, that'll go here up, and it'll be like just a square frame over the fridge there, so that fridge isn't actually sitting on the brass monkey fridge, and then this I'll make it so the frame comes up and sort of covers the top of the drawer, so it is actually a drawer, and then we can sit other stuff on top. If I need to or want to, I can put another drawer on top of that, and then here I'll probably have a pull out pantry or coffee machine or whatever. We'll wait and see. And then because I've got the Cruiser Company windows coming, that'll all be a panel filled in, so that when I have the lift up windows I can get to all this through the window, and it'll be the same on this side here. There'll be another bit up sort of to the roof almost, with more storage here, probably air compressor or water tank or whatever. But yeah, so that's completely different to how I had it. Really wanted to keep the King's drawers just because they were pretty handy, heaps of storage, but essentially when it comes down to it, they just take up too much room. Like I said before, I was going to try and make the brass monkey fridge fit in it. No, even if I did make it fit, I was just going to lose probably 2 inches either side. So I think this is going to be much better. It's going to take a little bit longer and whatnot, but it's a bit more custom. It'll suit me to how I want it, and I'll be able to build it to what I need and make it work to how I want it to work. So yeah, I'll get some steel ordered. Hopefully I can get it delivered. I don't know, with all this lockdown crap. And yeah, we'll go from there. Righto, so I spent the morning waiting for parts to come up in the mail. Nothing's come, so I've decided to start putting the interior back together. That's all I can do. Put all these back in. I've left a heap of trims out at mum and dad's, and then I've started sound deadening the roof. Put a bit of Celastic and shit in spots so that got rid of some of the tinginess, because there's, from stock, there's some Celastic or sticky shit in between the roof and these beams, and that was all rock hard and broken, so I put some more in there. And then yeah, I'm in the process of trying to order a roof lining. Not having much luck. I want to get a black one. Not having much luck. But yeah, we'll see how we go. If anyone knows where I'll be able to get a moulded one or anything like that, just give us a message, comment below. I really want to find one. But yeah, just thinking about waiting for stuff to show up in the mail, so looks good. Righto, that's going to do for this episode. So it's been another sort of nothing episode really, just a few little bits and pieces. It'll start getting a bit more interesting, a bit more better, I guess you'd say, once more cool bits start arriving. I'm not going to tell you what I've got coming, but it's pretty cool to go under this. And then, yeah, so that's going to cap off this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, head over to Instagram, give that a follow, click the subscribe button here, head over to the Comprint website and grab yourself a shirt. They're bloody awesome. Or DM us and grab a black hoodie or black t-shirt, stickers, you name it, we got it. But yeah, cheers guys.